everyone, and welcome to the latest Tempo Storm Wild Meta Snapshot breakdown for Ashes of Outland. We're deep in the expansion cycle now, and the format's top decks are well established. Or are they? Just when the meta would normally be settled in, Blizzard throws a wrench in the works with yet another balance change. The change to Twin Slice was designed to cut Demon Hunter down to size in Standard, but it turns out to be a buff to Demon Hunter in Wild. As a result, Odd Demon Hunter joins Pirate Warrior, Quest Mage, and Reno Priest in Tier 1, and the rest of the meta is scrambling to adjust. Come join our experts as we take a closer look at the format's latest developments. As always, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Strategy YouTube channel and ring the bell to stay up to date with our Wild Hearthstone content. To start us off, the big story of this snapshot is the reworking of the Demon Hunter spell Twin Slice, which changed its cost from 0 mana to 1 mana, and its effect from +1 attack to +2 attack. The change to cost 1 mana now makes the spell playable in Odd Demon Hunter, and the new effect is so powerful and flexible that it brings an already strong deck to the next level. Upgraded Twin Slice pairs well with the upgraded Baku hero power and the Demon Hunter weapons to give Illidan even more power to dominate the board and push damage to face. The rest of the deck still packs the same punishing curve and over-the-top damage that has established the deck as a true powerhouse in the wake of Ashes of Outland. Even though the change is less than a week old, we've already seen high legend players put the upgrade through its paces and achieve top ranks, proving that Odd Demon Hunter has what it takes to dominate the format. Demon Hunter may have received an upgrade, but that doesn't lock it in for the top spot just yet. That title still goes to Pirate Warrior, which hits the board faster than any other deck in the format. The Corsair cash package with Ankar and Livewire lands at the heart of the deck ensures that pirates almost never run out of steam, which means that only the most dedicated anti-aggro decks are able to grind the deck out in the long game. Pirate Warrior has a solid matchup against both Odd Demon Hunter and Quest Mage, and it can even go toe-to-toe with Reno Priest. With such a dominating matchup spread against its peers in Tier 1, it's unlikely we'll see Pirate Warrior fall from the top spot anytime soon. Of course, Pirate Warrior is far from uncontested. Reno Priest also has an iron grip on the meta, not only as a powerful anti-aggro deck, but also as one of the most consistently powerful combo decks in the format as well. Against decks like Odd Demon Hunter, Reno Priest grinds the opponent down with flexible Highlander cards and endless priest removal, and against slower decks, Reno Priest races to assemble the Raza the Chained Shadow Reaper Anduin combo and burn the opponent down with near limitless damage. If you want to beat Reno Priest consistently, you only have two options: pack your deck with anti-Highlander tech cards, or play Open the Waygate. Speaking of Open the Waygate, Tempo Quest Mage rounds out our Tier 1, and it's still holding strong as the format's premier critical mass combo deck. The rise of Odd Demon Hunter and continuing popularity of Pirate Warrior are serious threats to Quest Mage's standing in the top tiers, but Quest Mage still has fantastic matchups against everything that's not aggro, and even against aggro, a skilled pilot can unleash a flurry of spells to steal the win from out of nowhere. You may see less of this deck as the new versions of Odd Demon Hunter make the rounds, but if the format swings too hard to counter aggro, Quest Mage will be waiting to take advantage, so don't let this deck fall off your radar. Tier 1 is seeing some shakeups, and we're seeing some other changes in the lower tiers too. We've seen some new archetypes from the Ashes era stake their claim in Tier 2, while some classic archetypes are starting to drop lower in the tier list as players move towards the tried and true decks late in the expansion cycle. Let's take a closer look at the Tier 2 decks that are having the most impact. Starting off, summoning colossal threats in the early game is a time-honored tradition in Wild, and Big Shaman is bringing that tradition back to the spotlight. Big Shaman aims to bring heavy hitters to the table as early as turn 4, with cards like Ancestor's Call, Eureka, and Muckmorpher, then reinforce those minions with Ancestral Spirit and Vivid Spores. Thanks to its powerful Taunt and Lifesteal minions, and some powerful removal options, Big Shaman has an edge against aggro decks, and that includes Odd Demon Hunter. At the same time, some classes are well equipped to destroy Big Shaman's threats or disregard them altogether, so Big Shaman's not without counters. It's definitely gaining traction, but it's far from invincible. Reno Mage has also seen a renaissance since Ashes of Outland, and its evolution has become the tale of two decks. The first is a minion-heavy approach that packs a wide assortment of powerful minions backed up by Luna's Pocket Galaxy. Dubbed Reno Control Mage, it aims to use the Highlander package to manage the board and transition to the late game, where waves of discounted threats can can push the game out of the opponent's reach. The other version of the deck swaps Luna's Pocket Galaxy for Open the Waygate, and while both decks rely heavily on the Highlander suite, the rest of the supporting cast is completely different. Reno Quest Mage leans on quest synergy minions and random spell generation to hold the board until it can assemble its game-winning combo with Time Warp and Archmage Varghulf. Reno Quest Mage has a more direct win condition, but since it starts the game down a card due to the quest, it's more likely to fall behind in the early game against fast aggro. Otherwise, both decks have a similar matchup spread, so the best style of Reno Mage comes down to personal preference. The final deck of our spotlight is Discard Warlock, which has seen a rush of interest after the release of Hand of Gul'dan and Nightshade Matron from Ashes of Outland. Discard Warlock is capable of some explosive starts that flood the board while generating tons of resources, but the deck has a very feast or famine playstyle. If you have an awkward hand or discard the wrong cards at the wrong time, you can fall behind very quickly. This gives the deck a relatively even matchup spread compared to other aggro decks, since even in its weaker matchups, Discard Warlock has the potential to blow away any opponent with a lucky draw. In terms of popularity, Discard Warlock is about as popular as Cube Warlock, which can make the mulligan against Warlock a little challenging. Overall, Discard Warlock is a force to be reckoned with, so don't let it catch you off guard. The rise of Odd Demon Hunter and other new decks from Ashes of Outland has caused a shift in the wild meta, and many decks that were once popular are now mostly falling off the radar. Are any of these classic decks poised to make a comeback? As it turns out, Odd Paladin is a dark horse pick with the potential to become a rising star in a meta thick with Demon Hunters. Odd Paladin's relentless approach to developing a board is well suited to fight back against Demon Hunter, since even the upgraded version of Illidan's hero power can't deal with more than one minion at a time, and Demon Hunter's own board development is eventually worn down by an endless swarm of Silverhand recruits and buffs. Odd Paladin also stands out against combo decks like Quest Mage, and it's equipped to deal with removal from Warlocks and Priests as well. Odd Paladin has been forced out of the meta by Secret Mage and Jade Druid before, but those decks are less popular now than ever. With plenty of Demon Hunters to hunt and fewer natural predators of its own, Odd Paladin is a strong option for climbing if you want to get ahead of the curve. Altogether, Wild's top tiers remain intact, but the update to Odd Demon Hunter's arsenal and the continued dominance of Pirate Warrior all threaten to swing the pendulum of balance back in aggro's favor. Will we see that pendulum swing back as anti-aggro decks re-emerge? And will we see combo decks like Quest Mage return if that pendulum swings too far in the other direction? Wild's meta is an ever-moving target, so check out the full meta report for all the details, and as always, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to stay up to date with our Wild Hearthstone content. Thanks for watching!